Today we're running a refresher course for officers in personal safety that covers all their appointments as well as unarmed skills, but it is just a refresher course because they would have had their initial training when they first joined, so it's just to top their skills up and brush a few cobwebs off, stuff they may not have used recently. As well as legislation, because obviously officers may have to use force on individuals, so we cover all the legislation so the officers are aware of their powers and justification for using force, and then it would cover things such as the use of the handcuffs, the use of the baton, the incapacitant sprays that they carry as their everyday equipment, as well as unarmed skills, so wrist locks, arm locks, and stuff like that. Okay, so you step in and it's down! Important really, because officers do face a variety of threats when they are out on patrol, and any training that can make the officers safer for themselves, their colleagues, but also to help protect members of the public. And if they have to use force on an individual, then it will be the minimum amount of force to cause the least amount of injuries but still achieve the goal. Down! I've been a serving officer for 20 years now, but I've been involved in the training for, well, since 1993, when the force introduced the rigid handcuffs. And it's just naturally progressed from there with the introduction of new batons, the introduction of incapacitant sprays. I've been full-time within the training unit for the last 7 years. Before that I was a reactive officer. Cambridgeshire is very well equipped with their officers. We do tend to have the best equipment available. We look very closely at obtaining new equipment to reduce risk to staff and public alike. And to that end we have kit that other forces don't have. It's a passion of mine from outside the work with hobbies of martial arts training, which is how I got into this. It's just the fact that knowing that I'm doing the best I can for my colleagues to make them safe when they're out dealing with the threats that officers have to face these days.